Alright guys, so can somebody please explain to me this? What is that? Well, guess you're gonna have to see right after this.
What the shit?
Alright guys, so some cars have a huge following and they have a huge aftermarket and things like that. Well, this car is not one of them. And so today, this one might go a little bit faster than normal, and by normal I mean 25 minutes and 20 minutes, because that's the length of the first two car videos as far as how much does it cost to modify. So in today's, we're looking at how much does it cost to modify that. And if you can't read that, that is the Hyundai Veloster.
They calling us foreigners, cause we do it different.
We do it different. Yeah.
I gotta focus now, cause I see him slipping. If I want it, then I get it, and that's how I'm living. I just do what I want, cause that's how I'm feeling.
That's how I'm feeling.
They calling us foreigners, cause we do it different.
We do it different. Yeah.
I gotta focus now, cause I see him slipping.
Yeah.
If I want it, then I get it, and that's how I'm living. I just do what I want, cause that's how I'm feeling.
That's how I'm feeling.
I see him slipping, so I'm staying focused. A lot of fish in the sea, but there's more in the ocean. If I miss, then I shoot again.
Again, I'm still trying to figure out what this car is. Is it a hatchback? Is it a... I think it has 3 or 4 doors. But, you know, it's a mystery. And so today we're going to figure out how much it costs to actually build a Hyundai Veloster. And I can tell you what, it's definitely not a whole lot. So before we get started, just a quick little story. So when I went to trade in my Neon SRT4, I was actually going there to look at a Hyundai Veloster Turbo. And the reason being was because at that time I figured, oh, my credit's probably not that great, so I'm probably only going to be able to get a Veloster. Obviously when I got there and found it, I saw a Genesis Coupe and test drove it and found out, oh, I can buy this instead. And that was the car I really loved, so that's what I ended up buying. But the reason why I wanted the Veloster was because it was different. It just looked unique, and I knew they had a turbo. And at that time, when I had the SRT4, that was my first turbo car, and I loved it. And at this point, I feel like I'm never going to go back to driving a non-turbo car again. I mean, I'm pretty sure I will, but I'm still going to keep the Genesis Coupe. But anyway, the Veloster caught my eye again because it's just different and how it looks and what it is, and it's just tough to explain what it is. So, in doing my research for this car, I discovered that there isn't a huge aftermarket for the Veloster. Maybe at some point it'll get bigger, I don't know. But I do know companies like BTR, SFR, Generacer, those type of companies, they do have aftermarket parts for the performance parts for these cars. It's just not a whole lot. So as I'm going through this list, just keep in mind that it's not a big list. Do I love this car? I actually do, and I would probably buy one. Not sure, especially with Hyundai's N brand coming out soon, because it ought to be interesting to see what they do there. So without further ado, let's get started on this list. As we all know, because I have the Hyundai Genesis Coupe, I went with I've used BTR a lot. So what did I start off with? Because I have the tune for my Genesis Coupe, I decided to go with the same type of tune for the Veloster Turbo. and that tune is for, it's the BTR tune, and it's for the 2013 to 2016 Hyundai Veloster, and that comes to $700. Now, if you have an automatic, it's an additional $75. So you're looking at, depending on what you have, between $700 and, we'll just say $800, just to round it off there. Next up, we've got HKS M45 XL spark plugs, and these spark plugs are required with this particular tune. What you're going to find out with BTR is their tune, it does require certain things. So that was one of the things that's required. Also required are not one but 2 catch cans, and both of them are $90. They're $90 a piece. So why you need the catch can, don't exactly know, and then why you need 2 is beyond me. It's kind of scary, actually. So then next up, I decided I would go with the stainless steel braided fuel line, and that came to $156. It's funny because the catch can and the fuel line wasn't required for my Genesis Coupe, which is kind of interesting. Next up is the transmission tune option, and that's $400. And from what I've heard, the transmissions are kind of funny in these cars, so I guess the tune option apparently helps. I think it has to do with the rev hang that I know my car had before I put it in the tune, and I could have sworn the Veloster has it a little bit worse. So right now, if you're keeping total at home, the total as it is right now is $1,473. That's not bad compared to the other 2 cars where I was already over $2,000, and that would be like 3 or 4 parts. So let's keep going. And like I said, this one isn't particularly long. So anyway, next up is the TS front mount intercooler kit for the 2013 and up, and that comes to $460. Which I'm pretty sure the intercooler is also required for this tune, same as what was required for my Genesis Coupe. Whew. Next up, we have the MBRP, and this is only for the 2013s through 14s Hyundai Veloster Turbo 2.5 dual outlet catback with tips. That comes to $729. Why the tips? I don't know. I'm just vain, and I like big tips. That's what she said. Next up, we've got the Pierce Motorsports 2013 through 2015 stainless steel downpipe. You're doing the exhaust. I mean, I don't stop at the catback. I usually do from the turbo back, just because it just to me it just makes the whole exhaust system sound better. As you guys have heard with my Genesis Coupe. Wait, you haven't? Let me see if I can find a clip for you there. Hold on one second. Sorry guys if you're shaking. Stop. There you go, relax. There we go. Alright, so next up we have the K&N Typhoon Performance Intake. And that comes to $291. I think normally, like, for some unknown reason, the intake always seems to be the first thing that people always buy as an aftermarket part. It's probably because it's one of the least expensive things to do when you're modding your car. So I went with K&N. That's pretty much the same intake system that I have in my Genesis Coupe right now, and I actually love it, so that's what I went with here. Last up, and certainly not least, And again, like I said, the Veloster doesn't have a huge aftermarket. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when Hyundai's N brand comes out, if the aftermarket actually grows for this car. So like I said, last up are BC coilovers. Obviously, you know, I like to drop the car a little bit, fill in that gap. Even if I do put bigger wheels on it, there's always still a gap, so you want to like lessen the gap. I don't necessarily lower my cars to Kingdom Come like this car or maybe this car. See what I mean? For me, the drive is the fun part, because you're modding my car and I want to see what I can get out of it. And if it's that low, it's a little tough. And Spence, Donnie, Richard, sorry, I know you guys like that stance life, that low life. You know me, I like to go fast. But anyway, so I know you guys are probably wondering, okay, so what's the total if you haven't figured it out already? The total for building a Hyundai Veloster, this total came to $4,242. That's it. It's obviously by far the cheapest car to mod on the list so far. And for a little while, it'll have that title as the cheapest car for a while, just because some of the other cars I decided to take a look after. Yeah, it's the, wow. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely the cheapest. So it's, and I'm pretty sure some of you out there saying that, well, I'd rather build a Honda, a Honda Civic hatch, and I can't lie, who wouldn't? That is the absolute lightest car out there, and you can get so much out of it. But remember, this is if you have this car and you wanted to mod it, or if I had this car and I wanted to mod it. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below about, would you build a Veloster, or would you keep on with the current build? Is this a car that you've taken a look at, and maybe this video has helped you to decide whether you want to purchase that car and build that car or not? Again, not a huge aftermarket, so that's the only knock against it, and we'll see what happens with the N brand. So until next time, actually, before we go, gotta put it up here. Damn, I can't write. That means it's the cheapest until we find one that's actually cheaper. Alright guys, so let me know down in the comment section what you think. Make your comments, debate amongst yourselves. I'll hop into debate. Let me know what you guys think about this car, and definitely let me know if you like this video. Share, comment, and subscribe. Again, the channel is growing, and it's all because of you guys. Let me see, what am I forgetting? I don't think I'm forgetting anything except
that. Oh man! Woo! I am awesome!
What? Except, build what you want, be who you want to be, do what you got to do to your car, and make no limitation your only limitation. Peace.